1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
The ballroom is open.
The ballroom has always been open. I have buried 17 dynasties that hunted my line. I have danced at the funerals and I have sipped the wine. The bishop who sentenced me is under a polite slab. The captain who cheered the pyre is chalk and lead.
I do not need to raise my hand. I do not need to hex. I only need to outlive them.
And I only need the next.
The grandsons of the grandsons knelt at my garden gate.
I opened the garden door for tea.
They are late.
Salt for the threshold,
Moon for the glass.
thorn for the rose bush.
Bone for the past.
Dance of the dead kings, I waltz on their thrones. Dance of the dead kings, I waltz on their bones. Dance of the dead kings, 3 centuries on.
Dance of the dead kings. And the dynasty's gone.
Hush now, you grandsons.
Hush now, your line.
Hush now, the Countess is dancing tonight. The mirrors in the ballroom hold 300 years of me. Every midnight a new gown, every midnight a new key.
A polonaise for the emperor.
A minuet for the count.
A gavotte for the duke who swore my tongue would never mount.
A letter for the abbess who sent the priest to my door.
A sarabande for the judge.
And a black waltz for the war.
And when the last chord settles,
and the last ghost takes a bow,
the Countess is still dancing.
the Countess is here now. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush.
Bone for the past.
Dance of the dead kings, I waltz on their thrones. Dance of the dead kings, I waltz on their bones. Dance of the dead kings, 3 centuries on. Dance of the dead kings,
And the dynasty's gone. She has outlasted the Iron Throne, the velvet courts, the gilded line. She has outlasted the men who rewrote her name in wax and wine. Every crown that called her devil is a lampshade and a wreath.
and she polishes the silver.
And she bears her polished teeth.
I have served her for a century.
I have poured the cup.
Hush now, the Countess
Is only getting up. Rip the corset, lose the crown.
Let the chandelier come down.
Rose and honey in the kettle.
Shed iron on the gown.
I waltz on your crypt.
And I waltz on your name.
I waltz on the cinders.
Of the hour of the flame.
Every blast beat is a bell.
For a bishop in the ground.
Every blast beat is a dance.
That the bishop never found.
Now,
Now the Countess does not sleep tonight.
the Countess is the hour.
The Countess is alright. Salt for the threshold,
Moon for the glass.
thorn for the rose bush.
Bone for the past.
Dance of the dead kings, I waltz on their thrones. Dance of the dead kings, I waltz on their bones. Dance of the dead kings, 3 centuries on. Dance of the dead kings,
And the dynasty's gone.
hush now, your grandsons.
Hush now, your line.
Hush now, the Countess is dancing tonight.
1, 2, 3. the Countess
is dancing tonight.
Sleep well, little rose. Sleep well, little thorn. I am sitting at the window. I am here. I was a mortal girl, once in the village by the stream. And a smaller girl than me held tight to the hem of my dream. She was 6 and I was 16, and the pox came through the glen. She was the one they buried, I was the one they hunted then. I sang her into the ground with an old lullaby of my own. I planted a cutting of briar where they laid her little bone. I did not know the briar would remember the song I sang. I did not know the briar would be the way her memory rang. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. Rose was a child that was a rose. The song I could not finish, the bud the forest chose. The rose that was a child is climbing at my sill. 3 centuries of blooming, and I am singing still. Hush now, little sister. Hush now, little thorn. Hush now, little blossom, you are not alone. When the forest took me under and gave me back the night, I walked 1,000 miles to stand where the briar caught the light. The rose had grown a trellis out of nothing but the dark. The rose had grown a climbing path that held my sister's mark. I took a cutting gently, I carried it to my stone. I planted it at the window of the castle I called home. And the rose, she climbed the window like a child climbs a knee. And the rose, she has been climbing for 3 centuries. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The rose that was a child that was a rose. The song I could not finish, the bud the forest chose. The rose that was a child is climbing at my sill. 3 centuries of blooming, and I am singing still. Sister, sister, sing me down. I am singing, little one. I am singing. I am singing. I am singing. Sometimes when no wind is blowing, the rose Every petal is a breath I never got to give. Every thorn is a tooth a girl learned too soon to live. I have watered her with rain, I have watered her with snow, I have watered her with wine when the wine was all I had to throw. The gardener has died, the stonemason is dust, the castle has outlived the hands that earned its trust. But the rose climbs on, and the rose does not forget, and the rose is why I am still tender, even yet. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past.
The rose that was a child, the child that was a rose.
The song I could not finish, the birth the forest chose.
The rose that was a child
Is climbing at my sill. 3 centuries of blooming, and I am singing still. Hush now, little sister. Hush now, little thorn. Hush now, little blossom. You are not alone. Sleep well, little rose. Sleep well, little thorn. I will sit at the window as long as you bloom. Hush now. Hush now.
3 in the morning. The kettle is on. The hour is mine. The hour was always mine. When I was a girl in the village by the stream, I could not close my eyes through the middle of a dream. My mother said the sheep, my father said the moon, my grandmother said nothing and poured me something soon. She gave me a little cup with rose and honey in the spoon. She gave me a little cup and said you were born at noon of a day the stars went strange, and some of us are made for the hour in the middle, and the hour that is shade. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The hour was empty before it was me. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The ghost at the table is kind company. Rose and honey in the silver tin. Tragical timer when the water is in. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The hour has always been waiting for me. The stove in my kitchen is older than half the names that the map maker used for the nations in the games. I warm the silver tin with a breath and a turn. I count 3 pipes on the harpsichord, 1 for every burn. The rose petals come from my own climbing thorn, the honey from the bees that the bishop's son did scorn. I stir it to the left and I stir it to the right, and the ghost at the table, they all come to the light. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The hour was empty before it was me. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The ghost at the table is kind company.
341 years she has boiled the same water. 341 years and she still cannot sleep. I have watched her at every stove, the old one, the newer, the one with the crack, the one with the chimney too steep.
She sets out 5 cups now. She did not always, she did not know she would. But the other 4 are warming.
Somewhere a woman is boiling sorrel on the coast.
Somewhere a woman is brewing sassafras in the heat.
Somewhere a woman is throwing barley into clay.
And somewhere a 4th is finding her own way to the mead. I thought the hour was mine alone, for 3 centuries near. I thought I was the only woman wide at 3 and clear. But the kettle sings a little louder on some nights than most, and I feel the other kettle singing on their distant coast. A sorrel in the islands, a chicory in the south, a barley in the mountains, a melody in her mouth. And I will meet them, and I will know them, and I will pour their cups, and I will know them too. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The hour was empty before it was me. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The hour is a door now, and the door is 3. Rose and honey in the silver tin, tragical timer when the water is in. Tea at 3, tea at 3. The hour has always been waiting for me. Hush now, the tea is warm. Hush now, the hour is yours. I will see you at 3. I will see you at 3. Hush now. Hush now. Is awake. The house is always awake. 300 years the hall remembers. 300 years the hall remembers me. The gallery holds every gown I ever wore. The tapestry remembers every friend I could not save. The foxed mirror in the east wing keeps a face I do not own. The chandelier still trembles in the draft of centuries. The escritoire in the study has my letters and my spite. The cold hearth in the parlor has an ember that survives. The music room has 1 key still flat on the harpsichord. The bell in the small chapel rings when no rope is pulled. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The house that watches me, the house that knows my name, the house that held my soul, the house that held my flame. Every hallway remembers, every window recalls the Countess walking slowly through 400 halls. Hush now, old timber. Hush now, old stone. Hush now, we are keeping the long hours at home. The kitchen is the stove has never cooled. 300 years of rose and honey, 300 years of brewing. The wooden spoon is worn to a thin and tender curve. The silver tin has a dent from my grandmother's serve. I know which floorboard creaks beneath the weight of grief. I know which window lets the moonlight softly on the leaf. The house has memorized the rhythm of my tread. I walk the gallery each night as if I'm being led. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The house that watches me, the house that knows my name, the house that held my soul, the house that held my flame. Every hallway remembers, every window recalls the Countess walking slowly through 400 halls. I thought I kept the house. Child, I have kept you. I thought the hall was mine. Child, you are mine as well. I thought I walked these rooms alone. You have never walked alone, not once, not ever. We are both old now. We are both still standing. The hour between us is the hour between bone and beam. The hour between us is the roof and the dream. Hush now, old girl. Hush now, old house. I do not use the bedroom in the east wing anymore. The bed has not been slept in since the year I turned to shade. The coverlet is just as it was when the mortal girl laid down. The pillow holds the dent of a head that is now a rose. The ballroom still is dancing. I was there only last night. The music room is practicing a tune no one can hear. The kitchen is still warming. The stove is on for tea. The house and I are waiting for the other four to come. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The house that watches me, the house that knows my name, the house that held my soul, the house that held my flame. Every hallway remembers, every window recalls the Countess walking slowly through 400 halls. Hush now, old timber. Hush now, old stone. Hush now, we are keeping the long hours at home. The house is awake. The house is always awake. We are keeping the hour. We are keeping the hour together. Hush now. Hush now. Come sit, baby. Come sit with your auntie. The tea is almost ready. The tea will be ready soon. Kitchen of her uncontrolled. 2-bedroom in the same building. She's lived in 90 years old. She took my hand. The skin of her hand was paper thin. She took my hand and the paper had a pattern writ within. Of every sister of her sister who had come before her line. Of every little candle that the grandmothers would sign. With honey on their thumb and a prayer no one would hear. And Della took my hand and the hand was almost clear.
Salt, moon, thorn, bone. Salt, moon, thorn, bone.
Della on my tongue, and sister was the strongest witch I ever knew. My sister taught me everything, and when she died I kept the view of her in every little candle I have lit since she was gone. Your great-grandmother was a walking woman, she was strong. She could carry bagpipe her own mother made, yes, from the cliffs. Across the ocean and the pipes could work a binding in 5 whiffs. She buried it with her, and I never learned to play. But her voice is what I'm passing on today. To you, little bird, to you, my only heir. You carry everything, you carry her out into the air. Salt, moon, thorn, bone. Salt, moon, thorn, bone. Aunt Della's voice is mine, and Della's not alone.
I am coming. For the book, for the line, for the old witch in her bed. I am coming.
You come for her, you come through me. You come for her, and the coming is the last thing you will see.
I am not the witch my great-grandmother was, but I am the witch my great-grandmother made. And the witch my great-grandmother made was made
For exactly this,
I'll do whatever needs to do. Blood.
I'll wear whatever needs to wear. I'll be the lioness I'm meant to be.
For blood.
And blood is all I got, that's all I got. And the blood is her, the blood is me. And the blood will outlive everyone who thought.
For blood.
For blood is everything I am. For blood is everything I was. Until asleep, now I'll handle what's outside. Until asleep, now I'll be your other side. I'll be the strength your sister had when she was young and fierce. I'll be the candle on the windowsill you cannot light for years. Rest, Auntie, rest. I am up. I am up.
For both of us.
For blood. Hush now!
Auntie.
Hush now! Hush now! You came. I was not sure you would. Sit, please. The wine is for me. The candle is for you. Solange has been a vampire longer than my country's been a name. Solange has watched 3 generations of my family in this game. She never bit us, she never moved against us, she never even tried. Because Greaves 300 years ago killed someone on Solange's side.
So now she's the enemy of my enemy.
And I am sitting in her booth drinking water while she drinks a thing. And she is telling me the truth about where Greaves keeps his safe house on the edge of the city. Solange is not my friend.
Solange is not my pity.
Solange is a trade I am making for a favor I will owe. Solange will ask for something when the time is right, and I will know. You're not my friend. You're not my friend. You're not my enemy.
You're not my end. Uneasy deal.
I'll take what you offer.
Uneasy deal.
I'll owe you what I owe.
Uneasy deal.
I'll make the payment when you call.
Uneasy deal.
I'll make it, but I'll make it small. You're not my friend, you're not the same booth. 3 generations back, asking for the same truth. I told her then what I will tell you now. Greaves has not aged well. He is not what he was. He has traded more years than he had. He is mostly dust, held together by the book he thinks he's old. The book he thinks is in your auntie's hole.
The book is not a book.
Tell him when you kill him.
The book is in the skin of every woman he killed in his life.
Tell him, little witch. Tell him as the knife
Goes where you put it.
Tell him as the candle burns him down. Tell him Solange sends her regards, and the regards are a frown.
Uneasy deal.
I'll take what you offer.
Uneasy deal.
I'll owe you what I owe.
Uneasy deal.
I'll make the payment when you call.
Uneasy deal.
I'll make it, but I'll make it small. You're not my friend, you're not my enemy. You're not my family, you're not my anybody.
Uneasy deal.
The candle's on the table.
Uneasy deal.
I'll do whatever I am able to return the favor and no more. One more thing.
Yes.
When he's gone, I wanna be the one he sees last. Before I end him, for a moment, one moment granted. Go, little witch, go.
Uneasy deal. Uneasy deal.
Solange is not my
Uneasy deal.
friend.
Uneasy deal.
Solange is not my end. Hush now. Hush now.
Little witch.
You brought a candle for a man of my age.
You brought a candle.
I've been lit worse. On the rooftop with his coat full of charms. Greaves arrived on the rooftop with the century of harms etched across the leather of his bag, the bones of his hand. Every witch he ever killed was written on his wedding band. He came at me with the knife that he said was my great-greats. He came at me with the knife that he said would settle dates. Set 300 years ago, he said the book is old. I said, Greaves, you came up to this rooftop a little too bold.
Salt, moon, thorn, bones.
Salt, moon, thorn, bone. Every sister in my line is on this roof with me. Every sister in my line is standing where you stand to me. He threw the knife he stole from the grandmother before mine. He threw the knife and the knife it paused mid-flight, mid-line. Because the knife remembered whose hand had forged it first. Because the knife remembered the woman whose pocket it had nerfed for 60 years. And the knife turned in the air, turned back toward the man who thought the knife was his affair. He watched his own knife come for him. He watched it take the time to trace a line across his throat that was the shape of every crime. You undid yourself. You undid yourself. The knife you stole remembered her hand. You undid yourself. You undid yourself. The book you thought was old was never yours to demand. You came with everything you stole and everything fell away. You undid yourself.
And the roof is empty now at the break of day.
Greaves fell to his knees as the knife that he had stolen finished what it started, and the finish was a token of every woman on my line who never held a blade. Every woman on my line who was burned before she made it to my age. My apartment, my rooftop in the city. Greaves looked up at me and tried to rasp one final pity making word, and I remembered Solange's request. I held up a hand, I gave him one moment, one last guess. Solange walked out of the shadow on the rooftop's edge. Solange walked out and she stood at the ledge. Solange said, hello old friend, and Greaves said her name. Solange said, 300 years darling, welcome to the frame. Then I closed the working, then the candle went out. Then the book that was not a book stayed with me, without a doubt. You undid yourself. You undid yourself. The knife you stole remembered yourself.
And the roof is empty now at the break of day.
You undid yourself. You undid yourself. The sky is getting lighter and the hour is almost done. You undid yourself. You undid yourself. The lioness walks home now.
The work is done.
Hush now. Hush now. Aunt Ella, you can sleep. Aunt Ella,
I'm coming home.
we walked out of the courtroom and we did not close the door. We walked out of the courtroom, the door fell off its floor. The building we had feared for centuries, it crumbled in our wake. The building we had feared for centuries was a paper we could break.
We walked into the morning where the Coven waits to dance.
We walked into the morning where the Coven stands a chance
Of being who we were before
the Tribunal never rose,
of being who we were.
and the morning it knows.
Tribunal, Tribunal,
We stand before the court that tried to put us through it all.
Tribunal, Tribunal.
We stand before the court and we are standing tall.
Tribunal, we do not cast your stones, we do not build your walls. Tribunal, Tribunal,
We simply stand and witness while your judgment takes its
Tribunal, Tribunal,
We stand before the court that tried to put us through it all.
Tribunal, Tribunal.
We stand before the court and we are standing tall. Dismissed, dismissed. We walk out.
We walk on.
Salt moon, thorn bone. Salt moon, thorn bone.
We walk on.
We walk on.
We walk on.
My rose is trembling.
My cypress is singing,
Is that you on the thread?
sister.
Is that you? My rose climbs my Carpathian window. My rose has climbed for 3 long centuries. Sometimes when no wind blows, she trembles in a leaf. Sometimes when no wind blows, she keeps me company. I thought the rose was only mine. I thought the rose was only green. I thought the climbing plant who hears me was a secret of my disbelief. My threshold, moon in the jar, thorn on the gatepost, bone in the car. The impossible plan, older than us both. The impossible plan, under the same oath. We thought we were alone, we thought we were one. The impossible plan, 1,000 miles ashore. Rose and cypress, cypress and rose. The thread of the tender is older than she knows. You felt my cypress when mine trembled. You felt my rose when mine sang. 1,000 miles and 3 centuries, 1,000 miles and 700.
I thought she was only mine. I thought she was only mine.
I have been alone with my rose.
I have been alone with my tree.
Until tonight, until tonight.
The root knows what the leaf cannot see.
The root knows the other root 1,000 miles away.
Under the soil we have always been speaking.
Under the soil there is no sea.
The rose and the cypress have been friends
Longer than either of us has been awake.
The tree and the briar have been telling stories
Longer than either of us can take.
We are younger than our plants, we are younger than our grief. We were never alone, we were only
Listening to the wrong leaf. Hush now,
old rose,
hush now,
old cypress,
hush now,
old tender.
hush now.
We're sisters.
Tonight at 3 I will boil your rose and honey. Tonight at 3 I will stir sassafras and chicory.
I will sit at the window and watch the rose.
I will sit at the altar and watch the tree.
We will not drink together,
The miles are too wide,
we will drink apart.
and the thread will be the bride. The plant and the thread,
The plant and the thread.
we will drink apart, and the plants will affect.
Salt for the threshold,
Moon for the glass,
salt on the threshold.
moon in the jar,
Thorn for the rose bush,
thorn for the past,
thorn on the gatepost.
thorn in the car.
The impossible plan,
Older than us both,
the impossible plan.
under the same oath. We thought we were alone.
We thought we were one.
The impossible plan, 1,000 miles is shown. Rose and cypress, cypress and rose. The thread of the tender is older than she knows.
Sleep well, old rose.
Sleep well, old tree.
We will meet again at 3.
We will meet again at 3. Hush now. Hush now.
I have poured your tea. 341 years. Tonight is different.
He has poured my tea every night for more than a century. He has poured my tea with hands that once were young and steady. Tonight the silver spoon trembles.
Oh, it trembles just a touch.
Tonight the silver spoon trembles.
And I pretend I do not clutch.
The note is that he making it. I take the cup, I smile soft. I take the cup, I sip, I compliment the rose and honey aloft. He returned to his chair across the table. He opened the old book, here reading for the 1000th time the fable. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The kitchen cup, his hand in mine without a touch. His hand in mine is almost such. The kitchen cup, 3 in the morning, 341 years. The kitchen cup, what we do not say is the song of every night. Hush now, my love, hush now, old hand, hush now, the tea is warm. Hush now, I understand.
I have watched him for a century without a single gray hair. I have watched him for a century, and he is stay young and fair. And then last winter,
A single silver strand above his ear,
and then last spring,
a little line on his cheek that was not there.
he does not mention it.
I do not mention it.
We drink our tea.
He does not mention it.
I do not mention it.
The silence of free,
But I know
and he know that I know
that the hour between us is not infinite.
that it'll flow. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The kitchen cup, his hand in mine without a touch. His hand in mine is almost such.
Countess, I have poured your tea for 341 years. I've never asked for anything. I do not ask tonight. But I wish to say, while I can still say it,
That every night at this hour,
the hour was not yours alone, it was ours.
the stove warms for you.
But it also warms me
You have been gracious never to notice
that the cup I pour is not only for you.
I pour one for myself,
I have been drinking with you for a century,
from the same rose and honey.
from the same small tin,
I thought you should know.
before the hour runs out for me.
I have known since the first cup. I have known since the first cup, my love.
Why do you think the kettle is always warm for two?
He returned to his book, he'll wipe a single drop from his eye. He returned to his book, and I sip my cup with a smile and sigh.
The grandfather clock it ticked toward 4 a.m. slow and unhurried,
The grandfather clock a tick,
and we are both of us are not worried.
we have tonight,
We have tomorrow night,
we have the year,
we have however many nights.
the mortal hour, hold him here.
And when the hour
Runs out for him,
I
still make the tea at 3.
and when the hour runs out for him, I
Pour a second cup for me. Salt for the threshold, moon for the glass, thorn for the rose bush, bone for the past. The kitchen cup, his hand